What's up, everybody? Sam here with BFPGear.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new Empire Compressor Harness. Now, the Empire Compressor Harness is going to be coming in a few different styles, and I got a couple right here, and I got some pods in them as well, but we're going to be going over all of the sweet features that you're going to be getting with the Empire Compressor Harness. And starting off, as you can see here, you got your choice with two different sizes. You can either do a 4+7 or you can do a 5+8. Price point is going to vary just a little bit though. The 4+7s are going to be $76.95, and then the 5+8s are going to be $82.95. With that said and done, we're going to see you guys and gals after the intro. All right, so got the Empire Compressor Harness here, and just like the JT Swift harness, this is basically Empire's branded version of that. All made under Core Outdoor, that same umbrella company. And you're basically going to be getting a lot of the same features, but we're going to go over them anyway because this is a really, really awesome pod pack that has a lot of features that I look for personally because you've heard me say it before, I'm an old man, like I'm literally about to be like 35 years old. I need something that's going to like stay on my body and then give some kind of like compression, lumbar support, comfort, that kind of thing. But we're going to start with the front end of the pod pack here, or I guess like this is the back end technically. But we're going to be starting with the pod pack here. You got the 5+8, the 4+7, so you got two different sizes to choose from. 4+7 can hold up to 11 pods, 5+8 up to 13 pods. So if you need to strap up, pick up one of these bad boys. But you're going to have these little ejector sleeves here, and speaking of the sleeves, like these are stylish. Like these have some like really cool style to them, and they kind of stand out a little bit with that asymmetrical design that's just on the compressor harness. But once you pull one of the straps, you're going to have that little elastic band just kind of push the pod out into your hands a little bit. Obviously comes out quite a bit faster, especially when you have some paint in the pods, but as you can see here, I don't have any paint in here. But I mean, once you get the pod into the main sleeve too, like you do have those elastic ejectors, and like it's kind of hard to put these in initially, so you have been warned, but once you get those bad boys in there and you just open that strap, it's going to just launch right into your hand, so be prepared to catch it. But the stylish designs, I mean, like I gotta say, like that's just, I mean, these just look awesome. These are probably some of the more better looking pod packs I've seen. I would say the best looking ones are probably those like Fly 2 harnesses from Bunker Kings, because they have some crazy intricate designs, but these ones, I love the simplicity of it. I think they look fantastic. And of course, there's so many different colorways to choose from, but I only have a handful right here. But when you start moving, over to like, the extra pod sleeves here, they even have like a design on the little extra pod sleeves here. So if you wanted to, like I said, you strap up, little design. I think that's really sweet. But now we're going to flip it over here, and this is going to be found on both sides of the pod packs. 6 Velcro-strapped belts. This seems to be like the new bread and butter that a lot of higher end pod packs are moving towards. And I think this is a great thing because sometimes like when you're playing and you just have a pod pack that has only like the 4 Velcro straps, they tend to wear out a little bit faster, especially if you are like a true tournament grinder or something like that. And you're playing every single weekend. You're, jumping, sliding, diving, that kind of thing. And like when you dive, you're probably diving on top of these straps and it might stretch them out a little bit. And in doing so, it just wears out a little bit faster. But it's going to get loud here real quick. But obviously, you've got 6 Velcro straps. And what this will do for you is just firmly secure that pod pack right around your waist. Now, when I talked about that support, just like with that JT Swift harness, you are going to get this super soft and cushy back pillow that has Empire's new, it looks like some new branding on it. Like I'm just a big fan of like that kind of like fractal, like paintball with like just the Empire logo on it. This actually looks pretty cool, but I mean, no one's going to, really see it because it's on your persons. But I mean, it's just super soft, nice, good like cushion, and it's still a little firm though too. So I mean, like once you strap this thing on, load it up with pods, You're going to feel that up against your lumbar, and it's going to feel really, really good. But just to get some closing statements on these bad boys, I mean, these pod packs are pretty dang reasonable for what they're bringing to the table. Having multiple sizes and then tons and tons of different colorways is just, honestly, you know, variety is the spice of life, and having those options available to you is just awesome. But like I said, you're going to be looking at $76.95 on 4+7s, and then $82.95 on your 5+8s, making this under $100, and I think a really killer deal. If you need to pick up the new Empire Compressor Harness, well, you got to check out what styles and sizes we have available and get those orders in right now at bfpgear.com.